Today we're not going to use any fancy props like sunglasses or Anna and Elsa backpacks or even a cell phone. Today we're going to use something that you guys all have. If you look at my arm, you'll down it, you'll see something. That's right, my hand. Hopefully you guys all have hands that you guys can use for the lesson today. So we're going to be talking about prayer. Prayer is simply listening and talking to God. We can talk to God about anything and everything because He cares about what's on your mind. But sometimes, if you're like me, you forget about some things to pray for, or you don't know what to pray for. So I'm going to teach you a way to help you remember how to pray. So stick your hand up. And each of these fingers is going to remind us about something that we can pray about. The first one is your thumb. And your thumb points to you, but you're not going to pray for yourself right now. You're going to pray for people who are close to you, like your mom, your dad, your brother and sister, maybe your grandpa and grandma, and maybe your best friend Molly. You don't have a best friend named Molly? That's okay. Pray for your best friend. Next, move from the thumb to this pointer finger. And this is to help us remember those people who point stuff out to us, the leaders in our lives, like our teachers or our pastors, people who point us in which way we should go. So that's the second finger. The third finger is that tallest finger right there, this one, in the middle. This finger reminds us that there are people who make decisions for lots and lots of people, like our mayor or our governor or even our president. God tells us in Romans that we should pray for our leaders. Next is this little finger right here. Can you guys wiggle that one? Try to wiggle it. Yeah, it's probably the hardest one for you to wiggle. It's pretty weak. And that's the point. It helps us to remember those people who are weak. You know, God calls us to take care of those people who are poor and sick, people who don't have as much as us, and that we should be praying that God heals them and takes care of their needs. And last, we have this little finger at the end. After you pray for everybody else, this little finger reminds you to pray for you. God cares about the stuff that is in your life too. This little finger reminds you to pray for you. So let's see if you've been paying attention. So I want you to yell out at home if you can remember what these fingers do. First, let's go to the thumb. What does the thumb remind you to pray for? That's right, your friends who are close to you and your family. Next, what does the second finger, the pointer finger, remind you to pray for? That's right, people who are leaders in your life, like pastors or teachers. And this tallest finger in the middle, who does it remind you to pray for? That's right, people who are in charge over cities and countries and nations. Next, this is the one you might forget. It's that weak finger, the ring finger. Who does it remind you to pray for? Yeah, those who are weak, those who are sick and needy, those who need extra care. And lastly, that's one that probably we didn't forget. This pinky finger reminds you to pray for you. So my challenge for you guys this week is to pray 5 times, one for each of your fingers, and pray with your hands. And remember, every time you look at your hands, it's a way to remember how to pray. Have a great week, friends.